Hello again, Hot Wheels collectors. Today we have an older one. It's one of these 1998 first editions of the Chrysler Thunderbolt concept car. I don't really remember this concept car at all. This has a copyright 97, so that makes sense. If it was a 98 cast, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would be the first edition, so the first casting of it. Which is probably why it's also silver, because the real concept car looks like it was silver. Alright. Before I forget, we have this 3137 sitting there, and the reason why is that's the wheelbase of this guy. So I want to measure the wheelbase of this casting and see what scale it is. Got it zeroed out. No indications on the bottom, so I'm going to have to go axle to axle end. A little bit longer. Seems to be about 47. 47.1. Let's pop that in there. Divided by 47.1 equals. So this is 167 scale, somewhere in that ballpark. So definitely not quite accurate for my collection, but it is a cheap toy. Alright, comparison here. So this thing was powered by a 4-liter V8. Making 270 horsepower, running through a 4-speed automatic transmission. And it was basically a redo, or is inspired by the concept car from 1941. So it's kind of like a more modern rendition. There's some influence I could see for sure from the original one, but it's definitely unique in its own right. Which, see, here's the photo of the real, well, not the real, the original 1941 concept, which looks cool, I think. And I'm pretty sure there's a casting of this somewhere out there, probably Hot Wheels. But this is supposed to be a more modern version of it. So we do have this metallic silver here and some casting scratches and blemishes. These wheels are going to get swapped out, no big deal. The door handle looks pretty good. Raised and lowered. Panel caps are alright. Apologize for the phone. There was actually there's a big brush fire in the next door town, and there's a landline in this house here, and the town of actually called and had a recording for us, which is nice. You generally don't want to have all these weird automated computer messages calling you, but if there's a fire nearby, that actually is worth listening to. Okay, anyways, here there should obviously be some black paint. That'll be easy enough to do. These grooves here are on the concept. The headlights, well, you know, they're supposed to be tiny slits. Oh, it's this little shape here is the headlight. This up here, these are just casting lines. They're just, you know, pretty rough. Oh well, it almost looks like this area is the headlight, but it's not. It's just this tiny sliver here. Alright, well, we got some. Eesh, man, that's a rough paint or rough finish. Something going on there too. The purple canopy is interesting. I guess it's different. You know, this side here we must have a fuel filler door. Okay, going to the back, we got a Hot Wheels stamping there. I'd so much rather have lights than that. Okay, so the tail lights on this guy are also tiny slivers. Just this little bit, I think. Yeah, I don't know. It's really confusing. It looks like this whole thing is the tail light because of the way it's cast. But it's supposed to be just a little slit like the front. Oh well, ribbing there. License plate area there. Seems okay. The two pipes in the middle is pretty accurate, although they're just totally blanked off. Interior-wise, there is an interior there. It's just hard to see. It's such thick purple plastic. And these are some bright LEDs I got next to me here. Alright, it's nice that it tells you what it is, you know, and also when it was made, or roughly. So that's what I want to know at the bottom of my collectibles. Press fit together. Coke bottle styling here, tapers in there. And then, yeah, you can see the door here also. This juts out quite a bit. Interesting one. Okay. Well, let's see if I can mimic those wheels at all. Oh, sorry, there's not enough light getting in here. Okay. Alright, here we are with the wheels that I saw photos of, and
as good as I can get it. You can see the step lines from my cheap 3D printer. This is 0.35, I guess nanometers it would be, or 0.035 millimeters. I forget the unit, but anyways, it's step lines because this is a domed wheel on the real one. So that's the little logo sticking out, and that's it. There's no air passing through with such a tiny gap there. I find the axle holes are not centered properly, so right there the tire looks okay, but then if I spin it, it just jams it towards the back, so yeah, it's too bad. Okay, what else did I do? I just added some black paint into the grill area, and then the rear lights, this little slit, I added some red Sharpie, a little too much right there. I'll have to take some alcohol and get that out. I think that's all I did. Yeah. So, let's take a look at a few other castings. This is my one and only Oldsmobile, I think, in my collection. So I don't really have anything to compare to, but I was looking at other vehicles that look kind of like this. Here's a Hot Wheels of the Audi Avis Quattro concept. So if you look at this, it's not the like swoopiness of the cabin. This is more pronounced with the fender flares, but there's some similarities going on there, I think. And then even crazier is this Chimera, the Hot Wheels Chimera. Ignore the front end, but look at the canopy. The canopy itself has like a wraparound cockpit, like an airplane fighter. So there's this, and then it tapers back, so there's that. So, yeah. So Chrysler, I don't know, even look at the real photos. I guess for the time it was pretty interesting. It looks like a worn bar of soap or something like that, but I don't think this is a timeless design. For right now in 2022, I think it's kind of an ugly car. Maybe I thought it was cooler back when it first came out. Where Chrysler, I think, did a better job was this Copperhead concept, this Dodge Copperhead thing. It's supposed to be like a baby Dodge Viper, and yeah, I still like this one. It's very cool. I'm surprised. Well, it's too bad they didn't put that into production. I think they could have sold a few. Definitely more of these in the Plymouth Prowler, which obviously they sold some. Okay, so yeah, they're Hot Wheels, right? I think these three are kind of well, this looks small. It just looks small, and this looks too big. This probably is too big too, being a 2-seat Chrysler or Dodge. I don't know if this is too small. I forget. Alright, well, that's the issue with Hot Wheels. They don't care about scale, and, for the cost of a Hot Wheels, I guess you can't expect them to. They probably just make things to fit molds and fit those racetracks of theirs better. From this angle, I think the vehicle is attractive, but almost all other angles, not so much. It's not for me. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a good looking car nowadays? Or did you think it was just good looking back then? Or never? I don't know. Leave a comment. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next Hot Wheels video.